What's going on, everybody on YouTube? My name is Ben. So I'm starting up this channel. I do mainly like motor vehicle work and stuff along that line. Picked up this 99 Chevy Tahoe today. It's not in too bad a shape. It's got a couple bumps, scrapes here and there. These two doors have a pretty good ding. I don't know if you can see them or not. This light. Scrape clean down this side of the door, and a couple dents right there in that door. But overall, the truck is in really good shape. It's got the 5.7 350. It's four-wheel drive. The guy that sold it to me did tell me there was a couple things going on with it, so I got it for a really good price. Only ended up paying the guy $1,600 for the truck. But it does have keyless entry, though the keyhole here in the door is missing. But you know, there's some things to figure out with it. But the interior in this thing is exceptionally clean. I'm talking the seats don't have any rips, tears, nothing, stains. Let me get some lights turned on for you guys here. Probably just have to replace some bulbs, but most of these interior lights don't open up when you turn on the or open the door rather. The truck only has 90,000 miles on it, which is the main reason that I was so interested in it. Take my key back out of the ignition. That dinging's gonna drive you guys nuts. Show you the back here. I mean, it needs to be vacuumed out and, you know, the carpet's scrubbed a little bit, but you know, the seats overall are in really good shape. From what I can tell, all the doors open and close right. The back hatch, it wasn't opening when he first showed it to me, and then it did start working. But it's got the tailgate style hatch here, and he's got rubber mats in there. I'm sure you can't see in there because it's getting dark, but there are some rubber style mats in there for the whole car. The main issues that I've got with this truck is it's got a really big muffler leak, and it's coming from right underneath the passenger side of the vehicle. I looked under there, and the muffler itself is completely separated from the exhaust pipe, so none of the sound is being muffled. It's very loud. It does have some frame rust, but overall, like these areas right behind the door here, there's a little bit of surface rust, but overall it's not bad at all. But I mean, what can you expect? It's a 21-year-old truck, so you know, I'm really happy with the price that I paid for it. And you know, I'm starting this YouTube channel up, hopefully get you guys to come along with me on this journey to fix this truck. The four-wheel drive does not work in it. He pulled the front drive shaft out for whatever reason. He said he had somebody else pull the drive shaft out, so it'll take we'll have to look into doing something with that. Seems like the switch inside, I looked on YouTube on a couple places, and the thing that it boils down to is the switch there in the dash. It doesn't say stay a solid color, so when you select two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive or whatever it be, you have to kind of press on both sides of the switch, and it's the selector switch here in the dash. It doesn't have the good old floor changer there. But I'll fire it up for you guys. I'll show you the mileage. Let you hear it run. It is really loud. But overall, there's no lights on the dash. Airbag light flashing, stuff like that. I don't know if you can see there, but 90,000 miles. It does run really well, considering it is 21 years old. Let me pop it. Sorry about the camera movement, by the way. This is my first video. I'll show you guys a better video here in the daylight. Kind of getting the gist of it. Runs really, really smooth. One of the exceptions is just loud exhaust over here. Pop, 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 pop. Try to get you guys under there real quick. Yeah, you know, as you can probably see, the underneath of the car, or the truck rather, has, you know, quite a bit of rust. He said he's sprayed some of that rhino liner, and it's all starting to peel off now, and you know, it just is what it is. This trailer hitch back here is rusted all to hell, and it's got some old lights back here that don't work. So this thing's definitely a project for sure, but I'm really excited because of the solid foundation that I think it has. You know, the work that I'm basically going to be doing to this truck is going to be everything to get it ready for a daily driver. You know, the brakes need to be done. I'm going to go ahead and change out the spark plug wires. I'll do, you know, essentially a tune-up on the truck. Depending on how bad the exhaust is underneath of it, I may just run new manifolds all the way back out. Just see how that goes, you know, because once you start tinkering on stuff that's rusty and it just starts breaking. Yeah. So the funny thing about this truck is when I went to buy it, the guy had it listed for $1950, and so we took it for a test drive and everything was good. You know, these typical Chevys, the brakes are weak, they go straight down to the floor, but they do stop the truck. So I get him back to the house, and we're talking about the truck, and I was like, listen, you know, it's a Sunday afternoon. I said, I stopped at the ATMs, I pulled out $1,600. I got Chase and Wells Fargo, and I hit my limit max for both of them. So he took it. He said, all right, that's fine. So we did the title work. He wrote me a bill of sale, and I got back in and cranked the truck up, put it in reverse, and the truck died. Not only did the truck die, but the truck would not start back up. So, you know, we spent tinkering and a few minutes tinkering and looking and trying to see if we could figure out why the truck wasn't starting. Well, I finally had him turn the key to the on position, came back to the gas tank, and told him, I said, you know, I can't hear that fuel pump. So the guy was nice enough. He said, you know what, I'll give you your money back. And he sure enough fixed the truck for me, and had it fixed in 2 days. And I went down there and I gave him ended up giving him $1,700 because I told him if he fixed it and he still sold it to me, I'd split the cost of the fuel pump with him. So the fuel pump, he got it advanced or wherever for $179, and I did. I gave him $1,700 for it. The thing I found really interesting, there's the box for the fuel pump that he picked up. The thing that I found really interesting about this truck is that it's got the original window sticker with it. And you really don't see that with a lot of these older vehicles anymore. People don't pay much attention to them, and the stuff gets tossed by the wayside. But this is a 99 Tahoe 4-door, 4-wheel drive, 5.7. Originally in 1999, sold for $35,392. I just can't imagine. I cannot imagine paying that much money for a vehicle back in '99. But I got the original door sticker there. See if I can tell where it was sold from. Delivered to now. I'll let you guys tell me if there's somewhere on here that I'll be able to tell. Oh, right here. Dealer where it was delivered. Bay City, Michigan. So that makes sense. That you know, that tells me a little bit more why the truck, the frame, a little bit is as rusty as it is. But it's got the original owner's manual. Chevy Tahoe. But the story on it, the guy told me that it was an older fella from up north. I said I knew it was from up north, but I didn't realize it was from the Midwest. But he said that older guy had it, and he didn't drive it too much. He used it on his farm and got around in it like that. And then he got it at some point, and then all he did was replace the starter on it and ran new starter lines, which I can see is a new starter and new lines. It does look like the truck sat at some point for quite some time, because in the fan shroud there's like wasp nests, and under the motor itself it looks like there's just I'll show you guys this in the daylight, but it just looks like typical. It looks like the vehicle's sat. But when I pull on the dipsticks, the oil looks good. Tranny fluid looks like it's been recently done, which is kind of sketchy, especially with these trucks. But these transmissions or these trucks are a dime a dozen, so you go pick apart and grab a new transmission. It'll last you a few thousand miles or 50,000 miles, and dump it and get another one. That's what we got to do. So, but overall, truck runs real good. It doesn't overheat. I'm excited to get this project started with you guys. It's my first video on the YouTube channel, and I'm excited for you guys to come along with me and make a new adventure here. I'm still not sure what I'm going to name my channel, but I do know it's mostly going to be DIY type, motor vehicle stuff or around the house stuff and stuff along that line. So, but all right, well, I guess this is going to be the end of this first video, and the first of many out of this Chevy Tahoe. There's 99 Chevy Tahoe, and I appreciate you guys watching, and hope you guys follow, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, have a good one.